exploring the Carolina borderlands in the vastly improved third-generation Chevy Equinox. Asheville, North Carolina. The crossover market is flooded with options. Chevrolet sets out to stack its latest Equinox with a potent combination, a whole boatload of technology, new powertrains, and an advanced, lighter-weight chassis. The Carolinas are crossover country, where everyone is heading for the hills each weekend with a kayak, dog, kids, or multiples of each. Setting off in the newest Chevy on the Blue Ridge Parkway on the actual first day of spring, I was getting to know the Equinox on the Equinox in its natural habitat. This 2018 model represents the Equinox's third generation style-wise, but only really the second generation mechanically. The 2010 to 2017 models were largely based upon the original platform that dates back to 2005. Chevrolet cites use of mini-bulkheads and martensitic steel to shed roughly 400 pounds. The new Equinox is nearly 5 inches shorter in length than its predecessor, and rigidity is increased through use of structural adhesives and advanced welding techniques. The exterior design of the new Equinox is conservative with creases. It follows closely on the design language seen in the Volt, Bolt, and Malibu. The swoop shape seen on the front end, framing the Chevrolet bowtie, is referred to as the cradle by designers, and is maintained throughout the vehicle. Previous generations of the Equinox were exclusively front or all-wheel drive, but this new platform offers the best of both worlds through use of a trick differential that can disconnect the rear drive shaft. Chevrolet says this is good for a very small increase in fuel economy, about 1 or 2%. Of course, Chevy will still offer a FWD-only option for buyers in fair weather climates. As standard, the Equinox is fitted with a new, turbocharged, 1.5-liter, 4-cylinder engine making 170 horsepower and 203 pound-feet of torque. A 1.5-liter engine sounds minuscule for a 3,375-pound crossover, and it is, but the new engine packs a torquey punch. Highway merging and steep hills are handled with ease once the transmission figures out what you're trying to do, more on that later. This 1.5 is designed to deliver peak torque at the bottom end of the rev band, the thinking being that the torque will be more useful at around town RPMs than at the red line. Low-end power is plentiful, and with the windows down you can even hear a whoosh of turbo intake as the blower spools up. Along with the 1.5-liter engine, 2 other options will be available in the U.S. market, a 2.0-liter Turbo 4 and a 1.6-liter Turbo Diesel, the latter of which will be available sometime after launch. Along with the 1.5-liter engine, 2 other options will be available in the U.S., a 2.0-liter Turbo 4 and a 1.6-liter Turbo Diesel. I expect a good automatic transmission to kick down a gear or 2 quickly in order to deliver the desired power as throttle is applied, especially when going uphill, but the Equinox's 6-speed just feels dim-witted. Said another way, for a vehicle destined to ply suburban streets stuffed with children and sports gear, Chevy's new Equinox doesn't feel terribly out of place on a winding road. Chevy has worked hard to spruce up its interiors over the past few years, and that's immediately evident once inside the new Equinox. 2 additional USB outlets for rear passengers complement the 4 available to front seat passengers, making a total of 6 USB ports throughout the cabin. For a vehicle destined to ply suburban streets stuffed with children and sports gear, Chevy's new Equinox doesn't feel terribly out of place on a winding road. An in-car 4G LTE Wi-Fi network aims to allow drivers and passengers to stay connected on the road, though spotty cell service in the mountains rendered the in-car network all but useless for most of my drive. The 2018 Equinox begins at $23,580, slightly less than its main competitors, the 2017 Toyota RAV4, $24,910, and 2017 Ford Escape, $23,750. Both of the Equinox's classmates have a hair more horsepower, but the Chevy wins the torque competition with 20 more pound-feet than either the Ford or the Toyota. Another Chevrolet advantage comes in fuel mileage numbers. The non-hybrid RAV4 and Escape both clock in at 23 miles per gallon city and 30 miles per gallon highway in their most efficient trims, but the Equinox seeks an extra 2-3 miles out of each gallon, with ratings of 26 city and 32 highway. Coasting down from the Blue Ridge Mountains as the sun glowed golden low in the west, I revel in the comfort and easy driving goodness of this tech-packed crossover. The design is fresh, the motor is brand new, a new transmission is the only thing this SUV could really use. The overall package offered in the 2018 Equinox is robust and would suit the needs of most families in any season.